welcome to the eSeniors Porsche GT3 Cup being held at Paul Ricard. This is not an official championship race. We've had a bit of a break and we've been doing a few tracks and just having different sorts of races. To try and get back into the rhythm of things, I just thought I'd stream this race for today. So there's going to be no penalties issued, anything like this. There may be observations made during the race, but ultimately it's all about the drivers having fun, getting themselves familiar with the cars, and obviously the tracks. So we've done a couple of different tracks. This week it's at Paul Ricard, the one with the large straight. So hopefully we're going to see some good racing. And on the straight, obviously the end of it, usually there's a lot of passing going on. So what I'll do is obviously bear with people as they're doing the qualifying lap, but I will ride on board with one of the drivers and give you a bit of a, not so much a lap tour going through the corners because I've done that previous times, but just a bit about the geometry of the track and what to look out for. The Porsche is quite unique because it's got no traction control, and consequently it's all manually controlled, whereas a lot of the GT3 cars you've got configurable traction control. So consequently what it means is you're driving the car more. It also means put too much power into corner and the chances are you'll spin out. Now there's certain corners on this track that you can be caught out really easy, mainly because of camber, going into a corner too fast, and so on and so forth. And in some respects just hitting the curb at the wrong place will unsettle the car, and because there's a lot of power in the Porsche it will just spin you out. So I'll wait for him to get to the end of this lap and then I'll jump on board with him, and what we'll do is we'll go through and just talk about it. So this is coming into the start finish straight. The idea is to get your foot down, drift to the right hand side of the track, and you'll come up to some cones at the end of the start finish straight. Pick your braking point. Different drivers will pick different places, and then what you're looking to do is ease the car left and then with a bit more aggressive turn into the left. Now this corner here, if you get it wrong you will spin and the back end will over rotate. This right hander you want to take as close to the left hand side markers as possible, otherwise you will get a track limits warning. Again, foot down just after the 100-metre marker, you want to be looking to brake and then take the corner, usually second or third, take that corner and then drift slightly left then right and cut this corner as much as you can and try and get the power down as soon as possible. Again, go too early, you'll spin the car out. This corner feels like an age going round it. We'll try and get the power down as much as possible, cut this corner and get onto the straight and just floor it. Little markers on the right there, they are the track limits. If you hit them, the chances are you will get a warning because you won't have slowed down unless you've obviously touched the brakes. Now, depending on the wing settings, you can actually max the Porsche out down here, and certainly passing someone I would expect you to do so. Top speed down here is probably about 176, 177 mile an hour. As you're ready to put on the brakes, then it's a tap on the brakes, take the corner to the right, ease it into the corner, and get the power down again without going too wide. And as you can see there, you hit track limits, them little markers. This corner is a tyre burner. It will burn your tyres because you've got two sorts of friction. You've got obviously braking friction and you've got the car wanting to push you left, so it does screw your tyres. So getting tyre balance on here is really important. The idea of this corner is to try and come in at an angle to straighten out as much as possible, because you will suffer getting the power down out of that corner. Again, come up to the next bend, which is a left-hander here. Put your braking point and try and keep it as close to the curb as possible. May run a bit over it at the end. Brake hard, and again back onto the start finish straight. I will say that would have been a decent lap, but I think he's hit track limits. It's probably not going to register, but I'll tell you that whether that's going to register or not. That was a 2-minute flat, and that hasn't registered. We do have Mark Neutlings, who's I will jump on board with Mark. He's not in the pits at the moment. He's currently a 2-minute flat 0.1, so he is top of the leaderboard. And Peter Mile, Merce Paunov's now second with a 2:02. We'll just sit on board with Mark. Mark's one of the endurance guys. I think he's trying to race an endurance league, so I think he's more suited for stints, long stints, as opposed to these short races. So let's see where this takes us anyway. Let's see, more importantly, whether he actually gets the car to flat out at the end of the straight. You will hear it because it'll hit the rev limiter. The only other track I've seen that happen on was Bathurst in the Porsche. As you come to the end of the straight there, it just started hitting the rev limiter. So you see he's getting the power going. It's still accelerating hard down here, and it just seems to keep wanting to go. It wasn't picking up much more. It wasn't on the limiter, or it was at the edge, but you can see the difference in how clean that corner was. So this is looking like another good lap, and in fact he is up. He's 2/10 up. He's lost a little bit there, but he's still got the power up. He's kept the car going, he's kept the car moving in a forward direction. He has lost a bit of time, but he is actually still up. This could take him into the 159s. He's lost it. That corner's a killer. I don't think he's going to get into the 159s here. He's going to be very similar to his last lap time. So let's see where that takes him. Yeah, he's got a bit back. Oh, he's 3/10 up now. That one corner gave him 3/10. Get the power down quick. Yeah, he's lost. Again, he's lost it. One corner you gain it, one corner you take it. Giveth and taketh in the same hand. Yeah, and that was a flat 0.243. So very respectable lap. Don't get me wrong. But at one point he was a good couple of tenths up there. So that would have definitely put him in a 159. We have a Derek. Derek's actually done a 158. A 158.8. That is an absolute flying lap. I've not seen anyone go below 159 before, but he's done a 158.899. That's a very, very quick lap. I'll see if I can show you the current lap times and then show you them on the screen just so you can see. Actually, it doesn't show you the best lap time, so I'm not going to show that, which is a bit of a shame. The fastest lap will show it. So I'll put this on the screen so you can see it. You can see there 158.899, so very, very respectable and a very, very quick lap from Derek there. 7 minutes of qualifying left. Who else is on a flyer? We've got Mr. Nolan. He's currently 7/10 up. That'll give him a 2:02. He's pushing the 2:01s if he carries on. See how much time he can make up down the start-finish. Sorry, down the Mistral Straight here. He's nearly a second up on his previous bet, which was a 2:02.8. So this is pushing him into the 2:01s now. He's currently 7th. Interesting, lost a bit of time there for some reason. Hi guys on the stream, Big Natty, Malcolm. I'm just commentating tonight. I took the Porsche out before. It's a lively beast. I did do a 159.2. But I thought I'd have a break from the steering wheel tonight, and just thought I'd get behind the microphone for a change, try and get myself back into the mood of commentating for the season that's coming. I've said to Jeremy, the races I'm not participating in, I will try and commentate on them all. But it's certainly going to be the Group 2, the Group 3 race, and possibly the Porsche Cup. I have said I might do a couple of the Porsche Cup races, but I won't be a regular, as I haven't been in the previous season. But obviously I won't be there to take people out and lose people races. I can see you're not on the grid, so I take it you're not racing either. I know you're an Audi man. Obviously an Audi's not a Porsche. But Harrison spoiled that lap, I think. Howells is on a very quick lap. He's just done a 2:01.8. And Terry Howard has actually got into the 159s as well, so he's done a 159.6. There's Terry. Jeremy's 2 minutes flat. Manuel Souza's on a quick lap. Yeah, the Porsche's a beast, Mark, definitely. The power it's got is immense. The GT3s, when you get on this straight here, you can see them starting to run out of puff at the end. If you watch the speed on the Porsche, it just keeps going up and up and up. It doesn't seem to want to slow down. So yeah, it's definitely got the power. It's just obviously the corners where it struggles a little bit. So yeah, I think it's going to be interesting in relation to how many people are going to get took on the straight. I was saying before that it's one of the few tracks where I think you'll bottom out the Porsche on the rev limiter. I've done it at Bathurst before, but with a low enough wing, I think you'll do it on this straight with the angle into the court, into the straight, and certainly passing somebody. I think you're going to definitely get that rev limiter hit. What will be interesting, if you've got a couple of cars towing each other, you know, the back one's going to be on the rev limiter, the middle one's going to be on the rev limiter, and they're not going to be able to pass each other. So it'll be interesting to see just how that works and the dynamics of that works within the game. think that's one of the reasons why I'm commentating on it as well. I think it's going to be a fascinating one when you know the cars are the same. The GT3s, all the cars are different. I know, you know, they're meant to be the same, but, you know, you're an Audi driver. The Audi's got its benefits. It's the balance of performance at Paul Ricard's really good for the Audi. There's other cars that don't perform as well. So consequently, because these are all the same car, what I think it means is it's not only just down to driver skill, but they're all going to have the same engine under the bonnet. They're all going to have more or less the same chassis, you know, with the exception of wing changes and tyre and suspension changes. They are running the same, so I think it adds a little dynamic to the race that normally we don't have with the GT4s and the GT3s, and obviously that's why it's kept to one side. What I do think we should do though, which will be interesting, is in the GT3 series, the aliens should drive the Porsche Cup. Now that would be worth a giggle, wouldn't it? Because that would probably put them on a par with everybody else. I know it's completely impractical to do that. It's just one of them, isn't it? Not cross-platform, cross-class. It'd be interesting to see just how quick the aliens are, who are 2 or 3 seconds faster than the rest of us, and putting them in the Porsche, which is 2 or 3 seconds slower than the GT3s. I'm sure they're not going to be game for that, so we probably won't bother with that one. Back on the leaderboard, Terry Trowbridge has done a 2-minute flat dead. I don't think I've seen that in a while. Do you reckon Mark would still hammer us? He probably would actually, yeah. We make far too many mistakes, they don't. Yeah, so he's done a 2-minute flat. So, bit of an interesting fun fact. So yesterday I qualified with Terry and our times were identical. The day before I qualified with Kev and our times were identical. So I don't know what's going on. All of a sudden the times just seem to be getting closer and closer and closer. And obviously we're all getting faster and faster. We had another person join the stream. Hi Melvin, hope you're well. Welcome to the stream. It's just a bit of a tryout tonight. It's you know, just a thought I'd just do a bit of fun, mainly because I'm not really a fan of the Porsche Cup, but I do like this track. And I was saying to Malcolm, you know, the straight is going to be interesting. Watching the Porsche bottom itself out on the rev limiter. Anyway, we'll see. We've got 2 minutes left to go. Derek Bird's sitting pretty in pole at the moment. Terry Howard is in second. And Terry Trowbridge is in third. And we've got Mark Neutlings and then Jeremy bringing up the 5. And then obviously we've got the usual suspects. It looks like Chris Bourne's just joined, so I am expecting him to throw quite a good lap in there as well. He might upset the party at the front of this parade yet. But let's see. Only 17 races at the moment. And as we're coming to the end of qualifying, I think it's going to be... yeah, it's going to be quite a... I'm not going to say quiet race, but hopefully it's not as many incidents as we normally encounter. If anybody joining now is really not going to get a lap in. Mark Neutlings, who will win now at the moment, he's 3/10 up. That 3/10 will put him in third ahead of Terry Trowbridge. So let's just ride on board with him a minute and just see how this lap pans out. A couple of cars going slow on track. There's been no incidents at the moment, so hopefully nothing to review, nothing to look back at, but we'll see. Going to start finish straight now. He's still 3/10 up. So he's 2/10 up. He's 1/10 up. He might not get third place here. No, he's 0.051 off Terry Trowbridge. So very unlucky there, as you can see. 0.051 off. Getting himself into third place. Now he is still out on track. He's 2/10 up at the moment. Now he's lost it a little bit there. Wants to park the car up off track as well, which I think can be quite distracting. And I don't know if anybody saw the race yesterday where someone took off and the car was floating at the end of the straight. I think a few drivers were ducking as they went under it in case it fell out the sky. So I think some people are having a really bad ping day, I think it's fair to say. Again, Neutlings is up 2/10 at the moment. He's gone very wide there. Oh, he's stayed within track limits though, just. top 3 are more or less sorted. I think Chris Bourne's going to be doing a back. Oh no, Carlo Van Brabant's just joined. So Chris Bourne and Carlo are going to be racing from a back to front challenge, I reckon, in the Porsche Cup. That's going to be worth the watch, watching them come through the field. I think it was Derek last time who was with, or Noble, I can't remember. It was absolutely fantastic to watch them do that through the through the track and watch all the drivers. Excuse me. He says nearly choking to death. So Neutlings isn't making any improvements here. In fact, as you can see, he's decided to give up the Ghost and park up. There we are. There's the pits. We've got a couple of drivers just parking up now. I do think that means qualification is more or less going to be over any second now, and we'll be ready to take to the starting grid. Lined up on the grid, and the surprise of the party, as I said, Chris Bourne. He did actually manage to do it. He managed to pump in a 158.6, which made it a bit of a party pooper really. So that's pushed Derek down into second, Terry Howard into third, Terry Trowbridge in fourth, Mark Neutlings in fifth, Bruce Hopkins in sixth, Jeremy Arabas in seven, Pive Vichala in eight, Mers Paunov in nine, Robert Abando in 10th, Jack Jacobs in 11th, Steve Howells in 12th, Manuel Souza in 13th, Harrison Nolan in 14th, Nikos Margaritis 15th, Michelle Benchea 16th, Peter Miles 17th, and who was late to the grid, Carlo Van Brabant, who's 18th. So Carlo, I think, is going to be like a man possessed in this race. So I'll try and keep an eye on what's going on with that and with everything else. I'll try and keep an eye on the incidents as well, and if there's any incidents, I'll try and focus in on them. But as I said, I've got quite a lot going on my screens at the moment, as I always do. So it's very easy for me to miss something. I think this is where some of the commentaries have teams where there's spotters for you, and the spotters will say there's been an incident, and you can zoom into it. If I'm obviously watching the timing board and I'm watching the screen, I don't necessarily see the incident. If I do see the incident, it could be too late. It's all work in progress. You know, we will get better at this. And I have watched the likes of Nicholas, I think it is, who does the Sunday races, and you know, took plenty away from what he does really and learning from it. But we all have our own little styles. Ready to go? Hopefully it's going to be a clean one. Let's see where this takes us. Get the rolling start underway. Everyone's moving. Always a good start. Yeah, you can see the full grid within frame there. Oh yeah, quite a short grid, 18 cars in total. You can see there, Chris Bourne has himself lined up ready to go with Derek Bird. So that's going to be the start race. We've got Carlo right at the back in the black Porsche. So he's definitely one to watch. This first corner is difficult because you can get three wide, and it's very easy for people to struggle. So off we go, lights out. Nothing just yet. Let's see what the first corner brings for us. Already cars braking, some braking quite early, but all in all, possibly a touch there, ever so slightly. That's somebody round. Yeah, that was just somebody going round. Did they manage to stay on track? Or they cut across? Two cars at the back. So Carlo's already up, as you can see there in the black and green Porsche, and he's jumping down the inside, and he's just took Jack Jacobs there. Okay, so let's just jump on board with Carlo, and let's see how things are progressing with Carlo. I'm not going to review any of the accidents at the start of the race, because you're always going to get them on the first corner, and we'll see where it goes. Chris Bourne's done a cracking start. He's already a second ahead of Derek, so you know, that's pretty much a given that he's already flying. And I'm going to jump on board with Carlo here. As you can see, he's going to take, that's Harrison. He's taking in the number 16 Porsche. And he's got so much momentum already, it looks like he's going to get Howells as well towards the end of this straight. So if running low wing, he'll take loads of cars. And Harrison's come back because he's in the tow. As you can see, Harrison on the left there, he's in the tow. He's not pushed him out there, that's really good. Nice and clean. You can see Harrison still there. You can see the angle Carlo's taken. There's still some contacts going on. Yeah, car 65, there's been a bit of an incident there. So a few cars have, looks like they've come round the straight, the end of the straight, and made contact. We've got a spinner. Ooh, we just caught the back end of Carlo there. I'm not sure whether Carlo's got any damage. We certainly lost a place. Again, that's shown up as an incident, but we've seen that. There's no point in going back to that one. I think that was Sousa, who's just getting himself back up to speed again. So let's see if Carlo can go for it again now. Chris Bourne's 1.8 seconds ahead now, so he's pretty much flying. I am keeping myself on screen of what's going on. Oh, there's the places, and what I'll do is I'll put the gap on for you so you can see the gap times as well. Anybody highlighted in green means a pass has just been taken. I'm going to just jump on board with Robert, because Robert's giving, looks like Merce a bit of run for his money here. Don't know if Merce has just made a mistake because PJ's just took him there. The one thing you do want to do early on in this race is ruin your tyres, because it will ruin it for you for the rest of the race. I'm going to just take a jump back here. There's this corner. Carlo's going to get Harrison again, I think. I don't know if we'll get Howells, but the same thing's going to happen. He's going to take Harrison, but the toe of Howells, I think, is going to bring Harrison back into it. Really needs to get left here, doesn't he? But no, Harrison's got very good defensive angles there. It was Malcolm. That tap, Carlo was very lucky. He could have easily have spun, but you know, a spinning car is difficult to avoid. You know, these cars don't turn well under braking. I think Carlo's got Harrison that time. Hopefully he's not going to get upset by another driver. He's definitely a man on a mission. I'm keeping an eye on Merce as well, because Merce is close with PJ, and PJ did pass him soon. So Nikos has took Sousa further down at the back. Terry Trowbridge is giving a battle to Terry Howard. Again, I'll keep an eye on that. Chris Bourne there with a 1:58.6. It's a very, very good lap. You can see the run he's getting. Carlo on Howells. Howells has got the race line, so yeah, he's well and truly cleared him. Good clean racing that. You can see the speed difference though between the cars, getting the power down. I know Carlo is a Porsche driver anyway. You see him in the Porsche quite a lot. First foot down there. The gap between him and the next target is Jeremy. He's 2 seconds behind, but I think he's going to make that up quite easily. At the start, the toe starts kicking in at about 0.4 of a second. Other than that, I know some say it's 0.6, but I don't think you really feel it until you get to 0.4, certainly 0.3. The toe's fantastic. So he's not going to get the toe here. It's all about his wing and his wing setting. I'll jump on board with PJ. PJ's catching Bruce. I don't know if he's going to get him here. That's too much of a gap, I think. But that gap is 0.4. I think Bruce is getting... No, I thought Bruce was getting a toe, but he's not. Different angles into the corner. Both taking the corner very, very clean, though. You see the PJ's got a nice good run though. Let's see how he handles this corner. You don't want to be going up the inside there, you'll just drift left. That took them both out. We've got Merce behind them now as well. So Mercer's coming to the party. Carlos brought the gap down to 1.3 seconds. He's definitely chasing Jeremy down now. I think we'll see PJ get Bruce on the start-finish straight at this rate. His back end looked like he was just about to drift out then. Be careful the track limits there, you'll get a warning if you go too far over that curb. He never got the power down, I think he was too close. If he put the power down too early, it'd probably hit him. Oh, Robert's still giving Merce a good run here. I mean, Merce is a fast driver, we know that. I think once his tyres settle down, I think Merce will probably start catching these two guys up. Hi Stefan, welcome to the stream. A bit of a bonus tonight. I thought, well, tonight in the UK. Thought to put a stream on of the Paul Ricard race, just for entertainment value. There's nothing going on at the moment. The gap at the front between Chris and Derek is 3.5 seconds. Yeah, it's this one. So wishes my command, Malcolm. Carlos caught Jeremy as well, so I think if Mark gets him here, I think Carlo's going to get Jeremy. That car was topped out there, wasn't it? Up on board, you can see there. Slightly drifts it into the corner, doesn't he? Wow, he drifted that into the corner, took the corner so clean. Easy got past Jeremy. See the difference in, you know, when you know how to handle the Porsche, you can get it to do, you know, you can get to dance almost. But yeah, he definitely drifted that back end into that corner at high speed. Let's go back to Neutlings, see how he's doing. There's a big gaggle of, well, not a big gaggle, there's a little gaggle of cars here. Oh, Neutlings there trying to get the power down a bit too keen. You see PJ just behind as well. PJ still giving Bruce a bit of a run there. So we'll go to let's see if PJ's gaining on any time. I'm just looking down the grid. There's not many close racing going on. Neutlings has caught Terry up again. Joining on board with Terry actually. Even though he's had a bit of a going oversteer, shall I say, he's still managing to keep up with Terry Howard. I think gets close enough on the straight, he'll take him. I did it before, Malcolm, actually testing the Porsche. You can see there he's got a track, that'll be a track limits warning, that for Mark there. He went too wide, he went round a little I don't know what they're called, but there's two little things that stick up. You see them at the end of the straight as well. You go beyond them, it's usually a dead cert as a track warning. With Hopkins as well now, PJ, as you can see, not making much inroads there, so it's pretty much static. You can see a nice trail of cars behind them. You can see them little markers there, they're track limits. If you go beyond them, usually you're not braking, so consequently you will get a track warning. And as we know, 3 track warnings on here, and you've got a drive through. PJ's really giving him some grief here. Carlo's after, just going to jump on board with Carlo, who's going to take, looks like, Robert. I'd expect him to take Robert shortly anyway, so let's just jump on board with Carlo. PJ's took Hopkins, and you can see why Hopkins went off. There was no contact, so there was no incident, so that was, obviously, I think that would have probably just been oversteer on that corner. And he's probably spun round, and there has been an incident now. Let's just review what that is. So who is it? On number 268. It was actually Carlo. I didn't actually see the contact. Yeah, can't be helped that. That certainly can't be helped. In that instance there, I think it's pretty clear that it looked like Robert broke and obviously caused a bit of an issue there. Okay, so I'm going to just do another replay. I'm going to go back to Neutlings. Neutlings has managed to pass Terry Trowbridge. See why? Terry's got the corner wrong and it's allowed. Neutlings passed. So again, a bit of another pass there. Let's jump forward to Carlo. Carlo looks like he's ready to take a bando here. See the drive he's going to get. He's going to nail him well and truly on the straight here. Don't forget this is in replay mode, so don't know if we'll get to see it. I think it's fair to say he's going to get him. Something went wrong there. Okay, that was the game. That wasn't me. He definitely passed him. Sorry about that. For some reason, when the replay stopped, because I'd switched drivers, it decided to show me a snow-laden hilltop or something. Anyway, managed to keep up with it. So Bruce is now staring down the barrel of Jeremy. As you can see there's Jeremy in the orange. So Bruce has had a bit of a... and Terry Howard's had a bit of an incident. Let's just go back to Terry a minute. Something's happened with Terry. He's lost 3 places. He's gone wide. Not too much going on there. Not too much. Oh. Oh. Don't want to be doing that on the start-finish straight. But yeah, he's a couple of cars have passed him there. He's managed to get himself going. Mercer's now took him as well. And he looks like he's completely shot his tyres there. He's all over the place. And there's Carlo passing him. I think with them tyres the way they are, it's only going to be a matter of time before Carlo takes him. And I think you see it's going to happen on here. Shame that. He's having a good bit of a run there, Terry. He was battling with the front guys. One of them where you curse yourself thinking, damn, why did he do that? Why didn't he just wait? Why didn't he straighten the car up rather than putting the power down and trying to gain that 1/1,000,000th of a tenth of a second? He's not getting him on here. That'll allow his tyres to reset actually coming down that straight. They really do cool down here. So Carlo's from the back is now currently 8th. Chris Bourne at the front, as you can see, is a good 10 seconds ahead. He's battling with the car there, isn't he? There you can see it. Car does appear to be very, very wayward. Every time he's required to put power down, he just seems to want to struggle. Let's see how he gets on this corner again. Start-finish straight corner where he went off before. Look at that cornering difference there. Yeah, you see he's really struggling with it, isn't he? See the angle Carlo's taking just to get the run out. I think his cards could be marked here, if we're all being honest. And he's not making it. He's not going for the dive. Back to Carlo for that. Safe driver. Is he going to tee him up for the straight, I wonder? Because he'll definitely get him if that's the case. Things appear alright now. It's a bit bizarre, isn't it? How 1 minute they seem to be quite squirrely. And then, as you can see there, he's got the power down really well. He's going around the corner really well. Let's see, jump on board with Carlo. And let's see how quick he's going to pass him. Mercer's in front of him, so that's a challenge as well. He's looking for a good toe down here now. Oh, is he getting the toe? Jeremy's gone off. I might just jump to Jeremy in a minute just to see what's happened with Jeremy. See if he's going to get him here. not going to get the run, is he? So I'm just going to jump on board with Jeremy and just see what happened with Jeremy. There wasn't an incident, an accident as such, but he's lost about 4 or 5 places. And you can see, oversteer. You don't want to be hitting the wall. Complete damage on the car there. Yeah, he's lost quite a few places there. I can't stop the replay, unfortunately, but Carlo's still not cost past Howard. So we'll just jump back to that one in a second. He's now past him. Let's just go a last 10 seconds. And I think it's because Terry's gone off again. Again, luckily he's not hit anything. Oh, yes he has. Bruce has managed to take him as well. So, there's been another incident. Missed it there. Mark Neutlings, he's spun and then hit the wall. That could be his race over. And he's dropping down the grid significantly. PJ Vitala, he's now on Terry's 6. And giving Terry a good run. PJ's had a cracking start here, where he started. And you can see Merce behind them, and then Carlo just in the distance is starting to come into play a little bit. 13 minutes left. Yeah, I think Mark Neutlings is now pitted. Harrison's took Terry Howard. I think Terry's car's shot as well. But just let me just go back 10 seconds with Terry's. Yeah, he's ice skating, isn't he? Really struggling there a little bit. Two of the quick guys have really struggled with the cars. There's the snow-laden peaks again. You can see PJ's getting a good run on him here. You can see Mercy's sitting there as well. PJ going for the outside. He's not going to take it there, but let's see where that goes. Merce was very quick there. Took that really well. Yeah, I think Terry's in the pits as well now. And Mark Neutlings looks like he's left the server. And Terry's in the pits. I think this is where the action's at the moment. We've got Terry Trowbridge, PJ Vitala, and Mersh Paunov. So I think, and you just see coming in the background, Carlo. He is taking half a second out of these guys. So anything could happen. Bruce Hopkins looks like he's had a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, he's gone off as well. I'll do a replay. I'll go back to these in a second. There's still been no passing. So I think Merce looks like he's going to get PJ at some point. It was Malcolm. I said Terry was having a good run. Let's see what happens with PJ and Merce. They caught up very well. This is great racing, isn't it? The three of these. Like PJ's car just oversteered ever so slightly, and he had to correct it there. See Merce is catching him there. Try and keep on. Look in the distance. Look who's coming to spoil the party. Carlo. So interesting here is how much of a tow's Carlo going to get. Because Merce is going to get a tow. So is PJ. Anything could happen. I'm going to jump on board with. I'm going to go to the helicam with PJ. I don't think Carlo's close enough at this point. 10 minutes to go. This is for 3rd place of the podium. This 16 seconds ahead is Derek, so definitely for the podium. We're going to see Carlo. Carlo's pulled them in. He's less than a second. And PJ's car's twitching quite a lot, isn't it? Unless it's just the net code. And there's Carlo. Terry having a sterling race there. Had a good battle with Terry yesterday. Terry Trowbridge. Well, that's first 6 to 8 laps. We're nose to tail. Really good, respectful driving. Quite even out, aren't they there? I'm just wondering whether the drag is just getting in each other's way a little bit. You know, a bit of the dirty air. EJ's got a cracking run there. Carlo looks like he's going to get Merce. Merce has gone defensive down the inside. Carlo's got the run. I think Carlo's got Merce. Merce won't give it up. He's pulled back out now to take the corner. Clean driving. PJ's getting a good run on Terry here. But all the time, there's a fisherman behind reeling them in. And that fisherman is Carlo. See what he can catch. Can he catch a podium? Got 9 minutes to do it. Michel's spun by the looks of it because Peter's just passed him. He's glowing his yellow on the so it looks like he's gone off and spun. It was no incident. So has he got a good run? The angle there that PJ took was brilliant. Looks like Mercer's made a mistake. He's over 2 seconds behind Carlo now. And you can see Michel's gone off again on the last corner. In fact, Michel's now in the pits. Kind of calmed down a little bit, this, hasn't it? It's just like tyres have just started to eke away from them. Ooh, I don't know if PJ was getting a warning there. He was very close to the clippers at the side of the road. He's gone wide. Carlo's going to get him here, I think. The angle difference there, Carlo's took how tight that angle was. Now 65's just gone off. That was Peter Miles. Carlo's still not managed to take PJ, but I think it's only a matter of time. And then he's going to put his rope back out and see who he can catch next. You can see the angle he takes, doesn't he, Carlo? So tight, the angle. And I can see there Robert Abando was catching Mercer. I don't know if Mercer's got a problem. Seems to have gone really slow. Abando nearly took him. Oh, he's gone wide there, PJ. Oh, don't hit the barrier. Unlucky. Oh, that's a shame. Just jump back to Abando. You can see he's got PJ and you can see Mercer in front. Abando's having a cracking race here, to be fair. He's kept it clean, he's kept it tidy, he's kept it on track. He's battling for a top 5 finish here. I don't know if Mercer's got problems with his tyres, but he's really dropped back. Say 11 seconds behind the 4th place Carlo. Carlo's now after Terry. He's got 6 minutes to reel Terry in. Keep an eye on that. Yeah, Mercer's got a good run down there, hasn't he? Steering's quite erratic, isn't it? You can see the steering there on the oh, that's track limits. Carlo's now within 2 seconds. Well, he was within 2 seconds of Terry, but it's just dropped a little bit. I've made a mistake. Hi Dave, welcome to the stream. That could be that was wide as well. Looks like the tyres are starting to play a bit of a game here. Let's just jump on. I'm just going to jump on board with someone else at the moment, but let's see where this battle takes us. I will reckon we're going to be jumping on board with Carlo at some point, although he's running out of time. He's only got a couple of laps left. Keep it up with Merce. What the comparisons are like. So the lap comparison between him and Merce. Merce's last lap was a 2:01.9 and Roberts was a 2:02.2. But he was a little bit quicker. I think that's not the full story. It does look like Mercer's got less wing on the straight. You can see he's dropped right back here now. Okay, who can we jump on board with now? Carlo's gaining. But still, the gap with Carlo is similar to the gap this one, so Carlo will be able to see Terry, as you can see there. Down to 1.4 or thereabouts. Carlo seems to make a lot of time in the last part of this track. And very few incidents, apart from the first lap. It's been very, very, very clean. Look how wide he goes into that corner. Nice to get the car as left as possible to straighten the corner out as much as possible so we can get the power down quicker. He's now 1.1 second off Terry. I think Terry's going to start seeing him real close in the mirror soon. You know, objects in the mirror look larger than they are. I don't think it's going to be telling a lie this time. Well, it looks like Terry got the wrong gear there. You hear it bogged down. Like he put it in the wrong gear a little bit. Carlo's going to set him up for this straight, I reckon. And you got a couple of laps to do it. Probably this and the next. Run out of there, Terry, actually. How's Carlo going to get a good tow? Enough to see him at the end. Let's see if this happens. Gaining. Gaining. He's not going to make it though. He's setting himself up the corner again. PJ's caught Robert up. Bruce has caught Steve Howells up. Hi Peter, welcome to the stream. Just coming to the close of the race now. Quite interesting. A walk in the park for Mr. Bourne. Carlo started last. As you can see, he's worked his way through the field somewhat impressively and is now in looking for that podium, that final step of the podium. But Terry's saying to him, he's claiming it at the moment. This is the only real close battle. There's a few relatively close, but I think this is the one we need to stick with till the end. Carlo just needs that run on the straight. As we saw, he will get him towards the end. All depends on how defensive Terry goes. Terry's kept this very, very clean. Oh, you can see the tyres on the road there. The gap's too much there. He's gone very wide. Are we going to get him this time, perhaps? He's getting a better run here, isn't he? Terry's gone very defensive. Very defensive. Not going to get him, is he? Carlo's setting him up. He's setting him up just to go for it on the inside there, but Terry's lines are pretty good, to be fair. At the back, Jeremy's retook his place back from Sousa. So he's got one lap to do it in. And we're going to have our last lap lurch. He's actually dropped back a bit here, Carlo, so I don't know if he's planning something. See the rubber going down and wide there, way outside track limits. Very tidy is Terry there, just watching his lines. His car's bouncing a little bit there. Must have unsettled it a bit. He went wide here before, didn't he? Kept it going. Looked like he nearly got a bit of oversteer then, but mind you, so did Carlo. I don't think he's going to get him. I think Terry's going to claim the final step of that podium. It's been a cracking battle for Carlo, that, to be fair, though. Let's just see what's going on behind. Because there's a train of cars trying to catch Robert here. See what's going to happen. Is it going up the inside? He's going for the inside. PJ's having a go as well. Yeah, Mercer's managed to pass him. Very close racing there.
The leader has finished the race.
And our winner is Mr. Bourne. These three cars still going for it. Still going for it. Oh, I was going to say, it looked like Merce got a bit of oversteer there. Oh, contact. PJ bullying his way through. That'll be track limits. Robert, not going to care. 5th place. Don't know if that's Robert's highest finish. Or watched him in the stream. He's deserved it. Don't overdo it. Get over the line. That's all that matters. Great race. Next on the list is Harrison. Win over the start finish. And then Jack. Steve Howells. See how close it was. You're not even talking a straight between them. Chris Hopkins. Jeremy coming round the final bend. I think Jeremy went off before. You can see behind him is Souza. Helicam for this so you can watch them both cross the line. And then behind that we've got Peter Miles. Actually that was Terry who was a lap down. Easing off Peter. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Finish table was as follows, as you can see. Chris Bourne in first, Derek Bird in second, and Terry Trowbridge in third after a very hard-fought battle by Carlo, who just couldn't make it stick on the second to last lap there. Otherwise, you know, that's some exceptional racing there. Just a couple of incidents where drivers have had to drop out. But other than that, again, great racing. Thanks everyone. And see you next time. Take care.